J Bizzle Productions.
So my family, we had a new carriage last night.
Oh,
A
really?
new horse and everything. Cause my husband, he got a new job.
What does he work as?
He works as a blacksmith, and it's for a good company. So he took my ring out to get a new ring in.
Girl. Have you heard that John Bell is trying to run in the 1860 election for president?
John Bell, the senator for Tennessee.
Yes, I heard word today.
Isn't he running under the Constitutional Party?
Yes, that party formed the Whigs Party and the Know Nothings Party.
That's crazy because he ignores slavery altogether.
Right, he just only talks about saving the Union through compromise, which is very broad.
I heard the Vice President, John C. Breckinridge, is running too.
Yes, he is a candidate for the Southern Democrats.
Wow, their party only advocates about states' rights. They believe that slaves are personal property, and they want to enforce the Fugitive Slave Acts.
Sounds like they mostly defend slavery. I believe they're ready to secede from the Union if the Republican candidate Abraham Lincoln gets elected.
How many candidates are running for president?
Well, I think like 4 in total.
Who are they? Because I need to figure out whom I'm voting for.
Well, there are the men that we just named running, which are Republican Abraham Lincoln. Then there's the Southern Democrat J.C. Breckinridge, the Constitutional Party candidate John Bell, and I forgot the other man's name.
Isn't it like Doug something?
No, I think Douglas is his last name.
I believe his first name is Steph. Wait, did y'all hear that?
Oh my gosh, I think somebody is coming.
Should we run?
Hello, my fellow Americans. Are you tired of constant fighting between the northern and southern states and want it to end? Do you want the Union to be preserved? Do you want the country to have the best president ever? Well, I have some good information for you on how the country can accomplish all of these and more.
Please tell us.
Well, I overheard you all's conversation about the 1860 election, and I rushed over immediately.
And why is that?
The fourth candidate that you forgot about is the intelligent Stephen Douglas, not Doug. He does have the nickname of the Little Giant because of his small stature but striking personality.
Okay, well, I was close with the name.
What party does he run for?
He runs under the Northern Democrat Party.
So the Democrat Party is split into 2 parts?
Yes, they are. It's for the better, though.
Why?
Well, Douglas and other Northern Democrats have some amazing ideas that the Southern Democrats couldn't compromise on.
I feel like I've heard of him before.
Me too. Is he famous or something?
Wasn't he a senator?
You are all correct. Years ago, in 1858, Douglas ran against Lincoln to be in the Illinois Senate, and he won.
I knew it.
Now I remember we were talking about. They debated against each other a lot. He was a really good debater.
How do you know all of this? Who are your sources?
Well, I myself am a representative of Stephen, and I've read articles in the New York Times paper, the Humanities magazine about him, and election. I also have prior knowledge. How did you find out about Stephen Douglas?
Well, one of his representatives came by and started talking to us, like me and my friends, when we were talking about who we were gonna vote for, and she started explaining all of his issues and like background on him, and told us about him.
Well, what made you want to vote for him?
Well, then he came out of nowhere and just started talking, and he was a very good speaker, and he explained his points more thorough than the other candidates, I believe, because when we were talking about the other candidates, they didn't really seem like they really wanted to do America any good. They just seemed like, oh, I just want to be president. So yeah, I think he's the best candidate for the 1860 election.
Thank you for your time.
Anytime, girl, anytime.
Now, how did you hear about Stephen Douglas?
Well, me and my friends were talking about the 1860 election, and then his representative overheard us and came up to us and started telling us things about him. And then he came out and started talking to us too.
Well, what points did he make that made you want to vote for him?
Well, he was saying how he wanted to keep the Union together, and he was going to work to solve abolitionism and secession. And yeah.
Well, thank you for your time, ma'am.
You're welcome.
So, how did you find out about Stephen Douglas?
Well, me and my friends were having a round table discussion about Stephen Douglas and what's his issues.
So, what made you want to vote for him?
I wanted to vote for him because when he talked about slavery, putting the Union together to form popular sovereignty.
Okay, well, thank you for your time.
How did you meet Stephen Douglas?
Well, I mean, he came up to me, like one of his representatives talked to me about him, and he met up with me just like we did with you guys. So, and then I met him a long time ago, and he's a pretty nice guy. So, yeah.
So do you like being a representative, Stephen?
I mean, yeah, he's like, I believe in what he's trying to do for, you know, the union as a whole. He's trying to keep it together, and that's the main point of what we're trying to do. And, you know, like some people say he's for slavery. He doesn't think it's all right. He's not for slavery, but the union comes first. So, you know.
So you like being a representative of him?
Yeah, it's a pretty decent job. I get, paid.
So you think he has a good chance of winning?
Well, I mean, it's really hard to say because, people think that he's for slavery, so I don't know if he's gonna make it. But I hope he's gonna, become our president.
So you have faith in him?
Yeah, I have so much faith,
Do you like going around speaking to people about him?
Oh yeah, I'm a public speaker. That's what I am. So.
Well, thank you for your time.
Anytime.
If you don't want an abolitionist or a disunionist tyrant, then vote for the little giant.
I am Stephen Douglas, and I approve of this message.